What's a healthy food?
Fruit and veggie. Which one's healthy and which one's not healthy? All of these are unhealthy food.
We decided to find out what young people are eating and what's driving what they're eating.
Is that healthy?
I don't know.
It's got a fruit in it. So some of it is, yes.
And what we really wanted to do was get them to capture it through their own eyes and their own experiences. We gave the kids cameras to kind of show us their everyday food environment and what they think is influencing the choices that they're making in terms of what they're eating and drinking.
We do hear a little bit in school what's healthy and what's not healthy and what you have to eat all the time.
You guys have quite healthy options at lunchtime, right? To try and encourage you to eat more healthy foods. So you can't buy like a burger and chips. It's always different and healthy options.
Why we've got like a portion control, so we make sure we don't give them too much, because there are some kids who are a bit bigger, and I encourage them not to give them too much, because when they eat they still want more, and yeah, we try our best.
The school gives us unhealthy options. We have a wider choice, we have the vending machines and everything as well. At lunch it's more controlled. People always go for the stuff that they'll enjoy the most and the unhealthy stuff instead of the fruit and stuff.
You think that fruits and vegetables are more popular than cake?
We don't stop pupils having more fruit. We limit the amount of cake purely on the sugars and the fats content of there. A lot of pupils do have 2 or 3 bits of fruit, which is great.
One of the reasons that we wanted to do this project in quite separate locations, so in East London and in the town of Cambridge, was that although they seem quite disparate and different settings, actually they're all facing a very similar challenge once they're outside the very tightly contained environment of their school.
Government has policies and regulations on what kids can eat within schools, and there's really great work being done in schools to try and talk about healthy diets, but as soon as they leave the school gates, schools have no control anymore over what they're seeing or what they're experiencing, and neither do parents really to a certain extent.
Rita, where are you?
I'm at the local PFC shop.
Oh, is that next to our house?
Yes.
How often do you come here?
Like weekends or Saturday.
Okay, come on.
In London, a lot of high streets are full of fast food outlets. It's so easily available.
The street is called Roman Road and mostly has lots of chicken and chip shops. Planet Pizza is a PFC too. I filmed the PFC shop and Perfect Fried Chicken and just showing everybody it's not really healthy food to eat every day. Local PFC called Mario's Pizza.
Is it pizza place?
When we leave the school grounds, if you walk by the leisure park, you're exposed to fast food, restaurants, pizza places.
For example, maybe 20 or 30 years ago, people would actually have to plan to go to McDonald's, like a family event. But now we can just go after school.
At the bus stop, while you're driving past the bus stop, you see big signs of, let's say, McDonald's and Subway, and you see the big burgers that look really tasty, and you just feel like going there and trying it out.
What we're seeing is this kind of common global issue of a lot of advertising for fast food. In London, a lot of high streets are full of fast food outlets.
We see McDonald's all the time. I always say McDonald's, 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 and we always get it.
Mainly it's fast foods, on the bus tickets, on the back it's always a coupon for McDonald's or something.
When I start watching TV, these ads come, and then about McDonald's and stuff. It just makes me feel like I want to eat it.
Why do you like the advert?
Because I like pineapples. It just inspires me to eat more McDonald's. I remember seeing one of the adverts on the TV and it made me really hungry. It nearly made me dribble.
Made you dribble? What was it for?
McDonald's. It made me so hungry.
In terms of something like advertising, public health has very little chance against the combined power of the advertising industry, the marketing industry.
Not going to be sufficient to just have interventions within schools or even parents having interventions within the household. if the environment that they see outside of that is so in contradiction to what they're being told in schools.
Not many people that I do know worry about what they eat, and I don't think we really should, but you should still be aware.
We're educated on it, but in the back of our mind we know that having too much of something is really bad for you.
Having identified all these things that were driving their food choices, they still came back and said, we feel it's our personal responsibility to eat well. And we all feel that. We all want to feel in control of what we're eating.
Sugary stuff and fatty stuff are very nice, so people want to eat a lot of those. What is your unhealthy favourite food?
Probably a English breakfast like bacon and sausages.
But everyone still has to eat healthy stuff, even if you don't really like healthy stuff.
We want a healthy generation of children. We want to be healthy ourselves. We need a change. What we need is the voice and the mobilisation of civil society to demand change, to demand that they have healthy food and drink choices, affordable, available and accessible to them and their children.